Hello students. Our discussion is continue on sentence transformation. It's 10th session. Today we will learn how to convert simple sentences into compound ones. Here are a few examples before us. So let us go through them in detail. Here is the first sentence before you. Going to the office, I'll write an article. Here you can see, friends, the sentence is divided into two parts. Going to the office and I'll write an article. The later one is a clause, is a full sentence since it has a subject I and verb will write. While the first sentence is a phrase, it does not contain subject. Now, to convert the sentence into compound, it requires two clauses. Two complete sentences. Both should have subject and verb. Both should have subject and verb. So, to change the given sentence, given phrase into a clause one, into a sentence once, we will add a subject. I go to the office and will write an article. It is connected with and, so no need to add I. It takes automatically. I'll write an article. Here, friends, the sentence is connected with and. We have discussed already coordinating conjunction, which are used to make a sentence compound. And is one of them and is mostly used. I'll go to the office. Here you can see the phrase has been converted into a sentence by adding subject I and will go verb. I'll go to the office and write an article. The second one. Coming home, she had lunch. Coming home is a phrase. She had lunch is a sentence, is a clause. It has a subject, she, and had verb. While coming home is a phrase. Now let us convert this phrase into a sentence. She came home and had lunch. And had lunch. Here it has two sentences. Automatically it is connected with and, so she is applied here automatically. Joined with and. Next one. Going to the varsity, she'll do the class. Varsity stands for university. Here, going to the varsity, she'll do the class. She will do the class. It's a clause, it's a sentence since it has a subject, she, and verb will do. While the first is a phrase, it does not have a subject. Going is a participle, it's not a finite verb. So friends, let us convert this phrase into a sentence. Going to the varsity means she will go to the varsity and will do the class. Connected with and. All the sentences are connected with and. So and is a conjunction, coordinating conjunction which make a sentence compound. Next. Besides being beautiful, the girl is intelligent. Again, let us find out two parts of the sentence. Beside being beautiful, the girl is intelligent. Here you can see, friends, the girl is intelligent is a clause. Since it has a subject, the girl is verb. First one, beside being beautiful, to be beautiful. It's a phrase. And to make a compound sentence, there should be two sentences, two independent clauses. They are not dependent on each other since it is a compound sentence. Here, beside being beautiful means she is beautiful and she is intelligent also. And that's why here, not only but also is the conjunction used to connect these two parts. The girl is not only beautiful, but she is also intelligent, but also intelligent. So, friend, this is the way simple sentences are converted into compound one. Next one. Beside being a brilliant student, she is a good singer. Here, she is a good singer is a clause. Beside being brilliant student, it's a phrase. Let us convert the phrase into a sentence. She is not only a brilliant student, but also a good singer. But also means she is also a good singer. So here there are two different parts, different sentences. They are neither dependent on each other and connected with but. Connected with not only but also. Not only but also is the conjunction used to connect these two parts. Besides being a good writer, he is an outstanding lecturer. Here again, it's a clause, it's a phrase, since it has no subject. Now, beside being a good writer means he is not only a good writer but also an outstanding lecturer. He is not only a good writer, full clause, but also conjunction. An outstanding lecturer means he is an outstanding lecturer. So, friend, this way simple sentences. This is the way simple sentences are converted into compound one. Next one. In spite of his poverty, the postman never shirks his duty. Here, in spite of his poverty, it's a part of the sentence which makes itself a separate one, while the other part, the postman never shirks his duty. It's an other part. This one, the later one, is a clause. Is a clause since it has a subject postman. Shirks is a verb. Here, in spite of his poverty, in spite shows the contrast, two contrast situation. In spite of his poverty, it's a phrase. This part is a phrase one. In spite of his poverty, it's a phrase one. Now, let us convert this part into a clause because to make a sentence compound, there should be two clauses and both should be independent. Neither should be depend on each other. Here, in spite of his poverty, the postman is poor. Poverty is a noun, poor is an adjective. Noun has been converted into an adjective. See, now it's a close one. The postman is a subject, is a verb. The postman is poor, and but is the coordinating conjunction used to combine two contrast showing situations. But he never shirks his duty. It's also another clause. It's also a clause. Both are dependent. The postman is poor. Itself makes a sense. It does not depend on the sentence to clear its sense. While the other, he never shirks his duty. It also makes a clear sense. And that's why both are independent. Neither depend on each other. And both are contrast showing sentences. They are connected with but in spite of makes it simple but makes it compound. In spite of his illness, he sat for the exam. Again, in spite shows the contrast, and it's one part of the sentence. In spite of his illness, he sat for the exam. The second one is a clause. He sat for the exam. The first one is a phrase. And for compound, we need two clauses. We need two clauses. And since it's contrast showing sentences, here but is the coordinating conjunction used to combine these two parts. Let us see how they are connected. In spite of his illness, phrase he was ill. It's a clause. He subject was verb. He was ill, but he sat for the exam. It's an another clause. Here, friends, both are independent, neither depends on each other. It's a compound sentence. You must study hard to get good marks in the exam. You must study hard. It's a sentence. Close. To get good marks in the exam. It's a phrase. It's a phrase. There are two parts. So it is necessary to convert the phrase into a clause. It's already a clause. And for compound, we know that there should be two clauses. Now let us see. You must study hard. And here it's the result, or otherwise, or otherwise. These are the conjunction, friend, and, but, or. These are the conjunction, coordinating conjunction, which makes the sentence compound. You must study hard or you will not get good marks in the exam. You will not get good marks in the exam. Here both are clauses, the first one and second one, and they are connected with coordinating conjunction otherwise. Next one. He must run fast. It's a clause. It's a clause. To win the race. It's a phrase. It's a phrase. To win the race. Now, it's a simple sentence because the whole has only a single subject and a verb. To make it compound, it requires two different independent clauses. Let us try to get the relation between this clause and phrase to win. Why he must run fast? That's the purpose, or that can be the result. If you will not run fast, you will not be able to win the race. Here, he must run fast. It's a clause connected with or otherwise. And here, what will happen? What will be the result? He will not win the race. He will not win the race. It's also a clause. Here you can see there are now two clauses. This phrase has been converted into a clause to win the race. He will not win the race if he will not run fast. And or and otherwise are the conjunction used to connect these two clauses to independent clauses. Next. You must study hard. Clause, subject, and verb. Finite verb. And that's why it's a clause. Now, to escape failure in the exam. It's not a clause. It does not contain any subject. It is called a phrase. Now, phrase will be converted into clause so that it has two different clauses, independent clauses. You must study hard or otherwise. Either conjunction can be used for this. You will fail the exam. You will fail the exam. So this is the way simple sentences are converted into compound one. You must study hard or you will fail the exam. Next we have he must run fast to avoid losing in the race. Let us sort out two different parts of the sentence. He must run fast. It's the clause. He is subject. Must run is a verb. Fast, adverb. Second part of the sentence is to avoid losing in the race. It's a phrase. It's a phrase. Now let us turn into compound, and for that the phrase should be converted into a clause. Need to add an subject. Add a subject, sorry. Here he must run fast or otherwise he will lose the race. He will lose the race. Here you can see how it is converted into clause. Subject is added. He will lose. Losing was the participle and it is replaced by a finite verb. Will lose the race. Will lose the race. Subject is also added over here. Next one. The culprit must run away. Clause because the culprit subject must run is a verb. Now, what can be the result if he did not run away? To avoid his arrest, he would be arrested otherwise. So this phrase will be converted into clause. First, the culprit must run away. It's a clause. Or otherwise, he will be arrested. He will be arrested. So friend, here you can see it's converted into a clause. Here are two clauses. Both are independent. You can get both the sentences clauses can create a sense in reader's mind. So both of them are independent. Neither of them is dependent on any of them. And they are connected with coordinating conjunction or otherwise. Being guilty, he ran away. Being guilty, one part, he ran away, the other part. It's the clause, and being guilty is a phrase. And this phrase will be converted into a clause. Being guilty means he was guilty. See, now it's the clause. Subject, he was verb. He was guilty. And is the conjunction. And is the conjunction used to join these two parts. And he ran away. And he ran away. He was guilty and he ran away. And is the coordinating conjunction used to connect these two clauses. And you can see, friends, he was guilty, it creates a sense. He was guilty. Yeah, we got it. What this sentence says. Other also is an independent. He ran away. Also, it makes a sense. Both are able to make a sense in reader's mind. And that's why both are independent. While and is the coordinating conjunction used to connect these two clauses and makes a sentence compound. Keep in mind, friend. Next one. Being so happy, one part, he started to dance. It's the clause. It's the phrase. Being so happy. Why it's the phrase? Because it has no subject, no verb. Being is the participle. He started to dance is a clause. He is the subject. Start is the verb. That's why it's a clause. To make it compound, let us convert this phrase into clause. Being so happy means he was very happy. Friends, keep in mind that the other part of the sentence is in past tense. He started. And that's why here was is the verb. Was is the verb. The whole incident is narrated in past. That's why we need to convert the first sentence into past tense only. He was very happy and he started to dance. And he started to dance. He started to dance. It's the clause. He was very happy. It's an other clause. And is the conjunction used to combine these two parts. The boss praised him. The boss praised him for his hard work. Two parts. It's the clause. The boss subject praised verb, and that's why it's the clause. For what? For his hard work. It's a phrase. It's a phrase. Let us convert into a compound one. He worked hard, so the boss praised him. So the boss praised him. That's the result of his working hard. So is the conjunction used to connect these two parts. Both are clauses. Both praised him, clause. He worked hard. It's also a clause. Here one more example. He worked hard and therefore the boss praised him. In place of so and therefore can also be used as a conjunction, as a coordinating conjunction to combine these two parts. The singer is very popular among people for her sweet voice. The singer is very popular among people. That's the sentence. Close. For her sweet voice. It's the phrase and it should be converted into a clause. The singer's voice is sweet. Now it's a clause. Singer's voice is a subject. Is a verb. So it's a clause. Singer's voice is sweet. It's a clause. So is the conjunction. So she is very popular among people. It's the coordinating conjunction. So used to combine two parts. And here again, friends, you can get that both the clauses are independent. Singer's voice is sweet. We can get what does this sentence mean? She is very popular among people. It also clears a sense. So both are able to clear a sense in reader's mind without any help. And that's why both are independent. So is the conjunction, coordinating conjunction used to combine these two parts. Next. Other way, the singer's voice is sweet. Therefore, she is very popular among people. So or therefore. Either conjunction can be used to combine two sentences. Next one. She came here to meet me. She came here to meet me. Here, she came here. It's a clause. To meet me. It's a phrase. It's a phrase. It's a clause. This phrase should be converted into clause. Let us see how. She came here and met me. And met me. Here, when with and it is connected, no need to repeat she. Otherwise, here she is invisible, but it is there, and that's why it's a sentence. She met me. She met me. She came here and she met me. Next one, next example. She studied hard to get good marks. To get good marks. Close. She studied hard to get good marks. It's a phrase. She studied hard and she got good marks and got good marks. Both are clauses. She studied hard. It can clear the sense. She got good marks. It also can clear a sense. So friends, this is the way simple sentences are converted into compound one. In the event of being late, you will not be allowed to participate in the meeting. Two parts. You will not be allowed to participate in the meeting. It's a clause. It's a clause. You will not be allowed. And in the event of being late, it's a phrase. Now to convert it into a compound, there should be two clause. So phrase will be converted into clause. You must not be late. You must not be late, or otherwise you will not be allowed to participate in the meeting. Here you can see phrase has been converted into a clause, into a sentence, or and otherwise is the conjunctions, to show two possibilities, or you will not be allowed to participate in the meeting. Next, in the event of being lazy, you will not be allowed on the team. Here it's the phrase, it's the clause. You must not be lazy, or you will not be allowed on the team. That's it, friends. This is the way we converted simple sentences into compound one. Thank you.